today I'm going to be telling you guys some things. I've gone through the scriptures and I've realized something. The biblical origin of superheroes. Number 1, the Flash and Elijah. So here's a really cool story for either type of person. DC Comics has a superhero called the Flash. A man called Baron Allen becomes exposed to strange energy after an accident during an experiment. This experiment turns him into the fastest being on Earth. Dude can run so fast that when he stops, he comes out yesterday. Now you're asking yourself, how does this have anything to do with the Bible and the story of Elijah? It's a long story, but the crazy part I want to focus on is 1 Kings 18 verse 44. Elijah says to King Ahab, as the rain is about to come back, prepare your chariots and go back to the city. He tells the king to go before the rain comes, or he wouldn't be able to ride through the rain. Elijah knew it was going to pour and come down like cats and dogs. Then the strangest thing happened. 1 Kings 18 verses 45 to 46. Now it happened in the meantime that the sky became black with clouds and wind, and there was a heavy rain. So Ahab rode away and went to Jezreel. Then the hand of the Lord came upon Elijah, and he gathered up his loins and ran ahead of Ahab to the entrance of Jezreel. There are some cool facts about the average speed of really fast horses. They get up to 88 kilometers an hour. Being a king, let's say Ahab had the best horses in Israel, really fast Arabian horses. And remember, it's a chariot. The distance between Mount Carmel and Jezreel was about 24 kilometers or 17 miles. That's just a few miles short of a marathon. Keep that in mind, not a sprint, but marathon. Here is a couple crazy things I really want you to imagine. 1. Ahab had a head start with his chariot and horses. 2. The hand of the Lord came upon Elijah, so he got superpowers. 3. Elijah gathered up his loins. Elijah took up his pants by his thighs, so he could run without his clothes holding him down. 4. This was not a short distance. 5. Elijah got there first. An old man by then? Can you see him flying over the ground? His cloak streaming behind him, his beard and his white hair flying behind him as he runs fast as the wind, faster than horses. So obviously the Flash idea was taken from Elijah's story in the Bible. Number 2, Superman and Jesus. Tapping Jesus and Superman is a pretty obvious choice. Both were sent to Earth as a baby. Both lived intentionally as humans, even though they had a heritage, being it divine or Kryptonian. This made them use their powers to conquer the world. Both used their powers to save lives. Throw in some fact that both are preeminent figures of their collective arena. Superman as the first and greatest among superheroes. Jesus as well, the Son of God. This is an easy choice. They both died and resurrected. So you can see, the Superman idea was taken from Jesus' story in the Bible. And number 3, Submariner and Moses. Moses, which means drawn out of water, is a character in the Bible who had a lot of encounter with water. Submariner and Moses, both characters are seen to possess powers with similar tasks and abilities. Moses in the Bible made water come out of the rock twice, and he also divided the sea. Having power over water, we see a Marvel character here who possesses similar power, named Submariner. Having powers over the sea and creatures in the sea, Moses and Submariner have similar responsibilities. They both save lives of many. Moses delivered the children of Israel from the hand of Pharaoh and aided them pass through dry land by dividing a sea. Number 4 is Hercules and Samson. I know this is a bit out of the Marvel and DC comic characters, but let's check out the similarities of these two. Samson and Hercules share many similarities. They were both born out of unordinary circumstances. Samson was born to a barren woman who was visited by an angel. From conception, Samson was special because he was a Nazarite, or a man dedicated to God, that wouldn't touch strong drink or his head cut or burned. Hercules was born to Zeus' mistress, Almine, and was special from birth because of his father, the greatest Greek god. Hercules demonstrated his strength as an infant when he strangled 2 snakes. Hercules and Samson had involvement of gods or a god. which either inherited or were given from birth. In their lives, since conception, they were both born into conflict. Samson was born in a time where the Philistines were dominating his homeland, Israel, while Hercules was born into a hostile environment, surrounded by Hercules who attempts to kill him. Throughout their lives, both Samson and Hercules overcame many obstacles with their great strength. Samson killed 30 Philistines, set 300 foxes on fire in the Philistines' field, after discovering his wife had been given to another, broke his bonds when captured, and killed 1,000 Philistines with a donkey's jawbone. Hercules completed 12 challenging labors, rescued the princess of Troy from a sea monster, and helped Zeus defeat the giant battling for control of Olympus. The striking similarity between Samson and Hercules is that they both defeated a lion. Samson used his great strength to kill a lion in Timnah, while Hercules killed a lion at the hills of Nemi as one of his 12 labors. Samson and Hercules were both faced with death because of a woman. Delilah found Samson's weakness and informed the Philistines' lord of it. Samson became weak the moment his hair was removed. Captured by the Philistines and his eyes were removed. When the Philistines' lords were making fun of Samson in their temple, he grabbed the middle columns that the temple rested on and pushed it with great force, killing himself along with many others. Then Hercules, his second wife, Deianira, accidentally poisoned him, causing Hercules to choose death over life. And he asked his friend to build him a funeral, then light it up. Hercules and Samson both ultimately chose death over life. Samson gathered the last of his strength to bring down the Philistines, because he could no longer bear the mockery from the Philistines. Hercules could no longer endure the pain the poison cloak was causing him, so he favored himself being burned alive than suffering the pain. I'm really beginning to feel that the creator of this comic obviously read their Bible, because the Bible is filled with superheroes like Joshua, who controlled the sun, Elijah, who commanded fire down from heaven and rain, the 3 Hebrew children that fire could not burn, Daniel, who had power over wild animals and could interpret all types of dreams, Noah, who commanded all the animals into his boat, Peter, who walked on water. So you see, the Bible is actually the origin of superheroes.